The year 1966 is no ordinary year in the history of the country known as Nigeria. On this fateful year, precisely 50 years ago, Nigeria's socio-political and economic landscape was changed for good. It was the year that a group of mutinous officers in the Nigerian army, led by Major Kaduna Chukwuma Nzegu, staged the country's first coup d'etat, leading to the assassination of key Nigerian leaders, senior officers in the army, and the abduction of 3 others. It was the year that the country lost its innocence and the lofty ideals which the founding fathers of the Republic had envisaged to make a reality.
In the same year, and on the other side of the world in faraway United States, West Coast Airlines Flight 956 crashes with 18 fatal injuries and no survivors, 5.5 miles south of Bunmi, Oregon. This accident marks the first loss of a DC-9.
As gloomy as the year seemed to start, it did not end that way for a young family in a little village in the western part of Nigeria, the family of then Mr. and Mrs. Noah Ademilayan Ajari. On this day, the 1st of October 1966, which is now exactly 50 years ago, they welcomed into the world their second son, Bunmi Olariwaju Hajayi, who we all have come to celebrate and rejoice with today. At the time of Bunmi's birth, the civil war in Nigeria was rife, but in spite of the heated storm of the outside world, the young Ajari family, with their 2 little sons, were shielded from the ravages of the war. Like in Charles Dickens' historical novel, A Tale of Two Cities, 1966 seemed to be the best of times and the worst of times at the same time. It was the age of wisdom and the age of foolishness. It was the winter of despair and the spring of hope. It was the season of darkness and yet the season of light.
Bunmi was born into a family of 5 siblings, 4 boys and 1 girl, all of whom are here today in a rare family reunion that has only happened one other time in the last 20-odd years. Growing up for Bunmi was a mixed bag of experiences, ranging from love, pain, discipline, sickness, bereavement, shyness, bullying, accidents, excellence, and every other thing you can imagine. Through it all, he survived only by the grace of God, even when it seemed like he was not destined to go far.
The invisible tide of the affairs of men seemed to guide and protect him every step of the way. One thing you cannot take away from Bunmi is his focus and persistence in going after whatever he wants to achieve. As he says, persistence wears out resistance. After going through high school in flying colours, he graduated in 1988 at the prestigious University of Lagos, Nigeria, with an honours degree in insurance and actuarial science, narrowly missing first class, and had to settle for second class upper division. He was just 21 years plus then.
Less than 5 years after graduation, he found himself becoming the youngest MD or CEO in the Nigerian insurance industry when he co-founded Lozinger Insurance Brokers at the age of 25, a company he ran and built up to multiple branch offices and several employees until he migrated to Australia in 1999. Bunmi wears many hats: a marketplace leader, community leader and organiser, insurance professional, entrepreneur, a certified John Maxwell team coach, speaker and mentor, Wyndham Business Awards multiple winner and Business Person of the Year nominee.
Bunmi is a past president of the Nigerian Society of Victoria, where he was a visible change agent in the positive transformation of the Nigerian society in Victoria. As a business owner, professional and entrepreneur, Bunmi has made immense landmarks and laudable achievements, including sitting on the board of more than 5 companies. Bunmi is the founder, managing director and CEO of Megalines Insurance and Risk Advisors.
My 5 F's, which is my faith, my family, finance, fitness and fun.
Wow,
the 5
F's.
F's. Because every person needs to have a philosophy of life. A philosophy is your guiding system. What guides you, what directs you, what motivates you, what gets you up in the morning, and that's what I've been able to live by.
Bunmi has over 27 years' experience at various tiers of the insurance industry, both internationally and within Australia. An associate of the Chartered Insurance Institute of London, a fellow of the Australia and New Zealand Institute of Insurance and Finance, a certified insurance practitioner, and a qualified practicing insurance broker, or QPIB. A one-time member of the Australian Insurance Industry Claims Discussion Committee. He's a key person of influence within the insurance industry, having been nominated an elite broker within the top 30 insurance brokers in Australia in 2013 and 2014, and in 2015 was awarded the most celebrated recognition within the Australian insurance broking industry as the Australian Insurance Broker of the Year. Here's an excerpt from his acceptance speech.
2015 NEBA Broker of the Year as Bunmi RJ from Megalines Insurance. So here's the man that walks, talks louder. Well done.
Wow. Jeremy said he was shaking. I'm actually doing more than that at the moment because I felt it was good enough to be the state winner, but to come this far, I think it's just incredibly humbling for me. But I would like to start by just thanking and congratulating all the other finalists. And we're all winners. We heard from Luke, and any one of you guys could be standing here today just accepting it, because obviously there has to be one winner. And it's such a privilege and an honor for me to stand here to accept this as an ambassador of this very, very great industry. When a turtle stands on a pole by himself, you definitely know that he didn't get there by himself. He definitely had some help to do that. So such is the privilege of having people around me and in my business, and to be able to get me to this point. First of all, I would like to thank my wife. I don't know if she's in the audience. She just texted me that she was on her way. Before I got married, I was praying to God and asking God to give me somebody that I could live with for the rest of my life. But God gave me somebody that I couldn't live without for the rest of my life. Yes. 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 So I'm so thankful for our support and encouragement all the way, and also my children. I also want to thank the team at Megalines. I've got Carlo here and also the staff back in the office. It's been an incredible thing. It was Henry Ford that said that when a team walks forward and works together, success takes care of itself. So it's not something that you can do alone. It's been a team effort, and particularly to run a business takes more than an idea. It takes assiduousness, it takes commitment, it takes passion, and all of that. And I'm incredibly fortunate in my business to have the support of our dealer group, Westcott, which we're not probably the biggest dealer group, but definitely we are the best. And we're definitely the best, no question about that. And yes, I would like to thank Temujin and Tremaine and Jeff and the whole team for the support and just being a partner, making it a partnership that really works over these years. That's been really good. For NEBA, for putting this up, I think it's just one of those things that it's good to be part of an industry that recognizes and supports success. For Zurich, incredible from day one. I got to my hotel room last night and I I saw another note from Zurich just, wishing me well and all of it. They've been very fantastic as sponsors. I just want to thank you for everything you put into this. And what else can I say? I'm just beside myself at the moment. And just as an industry, it's good to be part of this. Like most people would say that they never walked eyes open into insurance. My case is not different. I actually stumbled into it, but since then I've not looked back. It's one industry that I love with a passion, and I would, I'll always continue to be an advocate of this great industry. One of the things that we as an industry need to do more often is to be less silent about the values that we add. We are people of value that add value to others. And I think that's the most rewarding thing for me. We're adding value to others. Insurance needs not to be thought of only as just a mechanism for protection. It needs to be a partnership whereby individuals and businesses can spread their wings and go to where they otherwise would not be able to go. Without insurance, you wouldn't have innovations and inventions and people daring to take risks and do things. But knowing the benefit of insurance beside them and behind them, enables them to stand and just take that risk and go forward. So on that note, I just want to thank everybody. The passion, the purpose, and the emotion of this moment will remain a constant, and it's my privilege to be able to share it with all of you. God bless you, and thank you.
Bunmi is also a community leader, organiser, advocate and role model, and inspiring mentor to the African community here in Australia and abroad. Together with his wife, he heads up and pastors the African International Group congregation of about 300 families for fellowship, empowerment and development in his local church of Southwest Christian Church.
God has created us uniquely for a reason, and He wants us to remain that and be true to who we really are. Our culture defines who we really are. There's certain things that connect more with you, that resonate more with you if it's expressed in your own cultural flavor. And that's what we've been given the privilege, which is a very rare privilege in this church to sort of outwork. And there was something I had said before from Nelson Mandela. It said something, he said, when you talk to a person in a language they understand, you connect with their head. But when you talk to them in their own language, you connect with their heart. And that's so true about what we see in Southwest. If you're African, I can tell you something, you're going to be an African when you get to heaven. If you're Indian, you're going to be Indian when you get to heaven. So don't you want to change anything. God wants you to be who you really are here, because when we all get there, we're just going to be who we are. Different nations, different languages, different backgrounds. It's so awesome.
He has won the Wyndham Business Awards 2 times and nominated for the Wyndham Business Person of the Year on both occasions. Through his company, he gives back to the community by sponsoring the annual Wyndham Carols by Candlelight, supports the Peter MacCallum Cancer Foundation and Base Camp 3030 and many other African initiatives.
In 2014, through the prompting of the inner voice, together with his wife, Bunmi founded the Kingdom Platform Ministries Incorporated, which convenes the annual Overcomers Conference amongst other initiatives. This conference, with the backing, support and blessing of his senior pastor, Pastors Malcolm and Karen McLeod, has continued to attract speakers from all over the world while impacting and empowering many people to live the overcoming life God has called each one to live. Bunmi is married to Temi and blessed with many children, including 3 of his own. Bunmi is a person of faith who makes room for his faith in all that he does. He has a heart to help and add value to others, whilst he sees the next chapter in his life as moving from success to significance. Bunmi loves to travel, meet people, loves his game of squash and chess whenever he has the time and a willing opponent. In spite of all Bunmi has achieved in the years of his life thus far, he believes strongly that apart from his faith, family is first.
Bunmi subscribes to the Hosty Manifesto, originally created by Dave, Mike and Fabian. This is your life. Do what you love and do it often. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't like your job, quit. If you don't have enough time, stop watching TV. If you are looking for the love of your life, stop. They will be waiting for you when you start. Doing things you love. Stop overanalyzing. Life is simple. All emotions are beautiful. When you eat, appreciate every last bite. Open your mind, arms and heart to new things and people. We are united in our differences. Ask the next person you see what their passion is and share your inspiring dream with them. Travel often. Getting lost will help you find yourself. Some opportunities only come once. Seize them. Life is about the people you meet and the things you create with them. So go out and start creating. Life is short. Live your dream and share your passion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to appreciate and celebrate Bunmi Olaniwaju Hajayi. This is your life. Thus far.